Hello, I'm Terry David Mulligan, and this is Mulligan Stew, the podcast. Music, film, food, and wine. In this case, it's wine. It's all about wine. This is a result of attending the 41st annual Vancouver International Wine Festival, where we set up a small studio in the corner just by the vista that is Vancouver Harbor, the inner harbor, the real harbor. And I had some 33 to 35 interviews lined up. But there was one interview in particular with two people that I had waited years to do. And that was with Gina Gallo and Jean-Charles Boisset. I had met Gina Gallo many years ago in Napa with my friend Jason Priestley while we were shooting Hollywood and Vines. I liked her immediately, and we've kept in touch on the phone from time to time. John Charles, I had met with my friend Liam Makelem in San Francisco, and I liked him as well. And I thought the two of them together, as husband and wife, as mother and father, would be a very interesting interview in the middle of an extremely busy room. The Gallo family, I'm sure you know. Ernest and Julio Gallo were one of the pioneers of winemaking in California. Gallo dominated the low-cost domestic wine sales for many years. That revenue built what Gallo is today. But over the last 10 years or so, 15 years, Gallo has very aggressively purchased premium wineries all over the valley, and especially Stagecoach Vineyards on Napa Valley's Pritchard Hill, one of the best planting sites ever for anybody. They bought it, which helped their portfolio, but also made all of those other wineries that had been accessing Stagecoach go looking somewhere else. Gina organized and ran the entire operation, and she did this while raising twin daughters and fighting breast cancer. She met and married Jean-Charles Boisset. Like Gina, he grew up in wine country, except in Burgundy. But in 2003, he bought Deloche Vineyards, and they were known for their Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and Zin, and he was really intrigued by California wines and the possibilities. And it was in 2009 that he bought the great Raymond Vineyards, and eventually it became Winery of the Year. And he bought also one of the original vineyards in all of California, Buena Vista. He opens tasting rooms all over the world. He has a vodka in his own, and he has gone into the winemaking business with John Legend, and they have created a label called LVE. Gina Gallo has won every award possible. Jean-Charles, International Winery Entrepreneur of the Year, Innovator of the Year, the first American-French Partnership Award by the French-American Foundation. They are a power couple and great people. Here's a conversation with Gina Gallo and Jean-Charles Boisset. I have a royalty in the room. This is the 41st Annual Vancouver International Wine Festival. Gina Gallo is on my left. Jean-Charles Boisset is on my right. And they have joined me here at the table. How are you?
Great. No political meaning on that.
No, none of that.
I'm so happy to be back. Thanks for having us.
When was the first time you came here for the wine festival? Do you remember?
9 years ago. And then it was back-to-back for about 6 years. I fell in love with this festival. And then we had twins.
Yes.
So there's 7. So
Yeah.
I kind of was off the grid a little bit.
Twins.
But now back.
One is called Cabernet, the other one Pinot Noir.
Twins are a life force unto themselves. How many times have you been here, JC?
Oh, many times. You know, we met before together, 2006.
Yeah.
And obviously 2009, and cannot wait for the next years as well, because Canada, Vancouver is inspirational, exciting, and very importantly, aspirational. Look at where we are.
Kind of nice. Gina, I need to know about your health. How's your health?
My health?
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Wow.
Thumbs up. I'm, for all those that are listening, a cancer survivor. And I don't know if I would have made it through without my lovely husband, Jean-Charles. It's a journey. It's a big journey. And it's not anything you'd wish upon anyone you love, but at the same time going through it, the individuals you meet, the support team, the doctors and all of that, it's changed my world. And God gives us what we probably need at the time. And I think I was running crazily with work and wasn't focusing on some of the balance of life. So not that I am, I still need the balance, but.
Were you able to hand off some of all of that work and just concentrate on it, or did you try to do both at the same time?
when I was going through it.
Yeah.
You know what? I stayed very involved in the winemaking,
Yeah.
tasting, all of that, definitely, but I was not traveling. I could not give up. The one thing I will never be able to give up in my life is making wine.
Yeah. Okay.
But it makes us stronger together, and I saw Gina a lot more focused, very disciplined about the key priorities of life. So whoever goes through it, you need a very strong partner, and you need to be as a family fighting against that disease. But then you come out much stronger out of it than when you come into it. And that's the beauty of it, is that camaraderie, that fraternity, that friendship you build goes beyond just pure love and really surrounds you with a foundation which is second to none, Terry. So not to wish it to anyone,
No.
but we are better now than we've ever been before.
We're all surrounded by it. We're all touched by it. It's as simple as that. I just wanted to know. That's all. Well, what are you pouring? What's pouring in Raymond?
Ladies first.
Oh, ladies
Well,
first.
and I'm on the white side, a little white Chardonnay. So I will start. I'm pouring a signature series lineup. We have a little Pinot Noir that we're pouring here, also a Cabernet from Napa, and a Chardonnay from Russian River. This wine, the signature series, is all about our family estate vineyards that we've evolved over the many years. Our family started in 1933, and this particular vineyard, my grandfather purchased in 1977 when Russian River wasn't an appellation. He grew confidence through his garden, and he grew confidence because this particular vineyard had Riesling and also Gravenstein apples. He didn't own it at the time. It was in the 60s and early 70s. I'm sure he was poaching, but he would pick those apples, take them home down in the Central Valley where I grew up, and my grandmother would make apple pie, and he would taste that apple pie and say, you know what? Focus, crisp. And Gravenstein, if you have not tasted it, it's a very focused, nice acid, and the apple pie was nutmeg, cinnamon, spice, but not gooey, not sugary, because he didn't like that in Chardonnay. So that gave him the confidence one day to purchase it. He had the opportunity to in 77, and here we go. And still today, for me and our family estate vineyards that we grow, it's my favorite Chardonnay.
How personal is the signature series to you?
How personal? Oh, diehard, very personal.
Yeah.
I had someone that came up to our table today, and he brought up the estate, because we have the estate Chardonnay and Cabernet, and he remembers it, and he's like, please get it back here, because I haven't seen it in a while. And he described why he loved it, and I said, you made my day. You made my day.
Jean-Charles, where do we start with you? You have Raymond in front of you.
Indeed, and just to say, Terry, thank you. Gina makes one of the best Chardonnay ever made in California.
Ever.
And this is the wine of our first kiss. So it's very, very important to me as well.
That's my lovely husband.
You never forget your first French kiss either, right, Gina?
No, and it was a true French kiss.
So I learned where the French kiss is really now. Well, Raymond is all about Napa Valley, of course, from Cabernet Sauvignon to Merlot to amazing Chardonnays and Sauvignon Blanc. Today you have a pure representation of what a Merlot can be in Napa Valley, in Santa Helena on the estates. Powerful, but a lot of beautiful, amazing fruits. And I'm a big fan of Merlot because, I'm from Burgundy. I like soft, elegant, refined wines, long-lasting but very silky and velvety. So this one has all the velvet you want, including on the label. Terry, I know you like to touch. What about touching
it's
that
velvet.
label?
It's velvet, of course. I went over and fondled it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, black velvet label. This is your black tie. When you want to propose, when you want to celebrate, when you've made love and you want to relax. And before even doing so, you need your Merlot from Raymond.
Oh, my goodness.
God.
Oh, my goodness.
Who wound him up?
Vancouver. It's the
Terry,
place to
looking
be.
at my wife is so exciting. We might as well go to the room now.
Oh, stop now. We could be napping. What else are you pouring over there?
So we're pouring the Napa Valley Cabernet as well, which is, red velvet label as well, which is a Cabernet with a touch of Petit Verdot in it. And which is so interesting is we feel a very new trend in the heart of Napa. Wine made by two women. I'm a huge believer in feminine winemaking, of course. My wife is amazing, but Stephanie Putnam as well. And why do I bring it up is because it's wine with a lot of emotion, a lot of sensitivity, a lot of touch and elegance.
Oh,
wine which is not about tannins, but it's about the power of the grapes.
Okay. You brought the LVE. And, I'm a music guy. So,
of course.
So John Legend is partnered with you. How did this happen?
Well, we became friends. And John really wanted to make wine, as many phenomenal celebrities. We typically say no, but we became close friends. He really had genuine interest and knew how to make great wines, at least from a stylistic standpoint, which really inspires him on his harmonious music. So we made it together. We made 100% Napa Valley Cab, a Chardonnay, a red blend, and the wines are great, very successful. You could taste them on all his concerts. And I'm excited to tell you a little scoop. We're launching a rosé, but guess how? The only wine you're going to be able to bring in a concert, which will be in a can.
Okay.
And that's pretty cool because
Very
he
cool.
wants everybody to carry a wine in the concerts, and glass you cannot. So we are thrilled.
Oh, there's so many questions. All right, here's the thing. Does Gallo still do the 50-50 give back?
Yes, we do. So my grandfather started that. Every acre planted that is in vineyard, 1 acre stays in natural habitat. And that's part of our love for sustainability.
Let's talk about balance. You made a comment in a speech the other day. You don't do many speeches. And that is that, yes, we have new technology. We know how these vines are doing. We can tell, the whole digital world is upon us. But nothing beats a winemaker grower walking through the vineyards and knowing that piece of land every year for years and years and years. Nothing replaces that.
Nothing, Terry. I mean, my grandfather had a wonderful saying, your richest goods are the soil beneath your feet. And the best vineyards are the footprints of the farmer in that vineyard. And it's so true. You really have to know them like your children.
How many tasting rooms, John Charles?
15 in California and another 12 in France, in Burgundy and Beaujolais and the Rhone Valley.
And how many vodkas?
Well, we have 3 made from Pinot and Chardonnay grapes. One which is infused with Beluga caviar from the southwest of France, and one which is infused with the bounty and beauty of the earth, black truffle.
And can you possibly tell us right now, in the last minute that we have, that you will never, ever, ever, ever make wine together?
Well, we love to make babies.
Yeah, and you did so well.
And they're gorgeous and alive and very exciting. I think the beauty of Gina and I, we taste so many wines together that one day, I'm sure, we will dedicate a wine to our ladies.
Okay, I understand that. That makes
I look
sense.
forward to that.
God bless you.
Thank you, Terry.
God
Thank
bless you,
you.
Terry.
Thank
To
you.
the love of wine and music.
Thank you. Gina Gallo from Gallo Wines and John Charles Boisset. They each have their own empire, which is why I asked that question about, will you ever make a wine together? But if you get a chance to visit Gallo or Boisset, please do. Their wines will reflect the personalities of these people. There's more California winemakers to come. Thank you for subscribing. This has been Mulligan Stew, the podcast, music, film, food, and wine.